Hey everybody, it's Steve here. Welcome back to the finale of Super Mario Brothers 2. This is it. There's only two areas in this final world, which is kind of strange since all the other worlds had three. But what it does is makes for a nice even 20 levels of gameplay altogether. I'm going to be using Mario, like I think I mentioned before, for the last two levels. They can be a bit tricky, and I'm just the most comfortable with him. Yeah, I'm already forgetting where some of these mushroom locations are. Yeah, probably should have done some research. Like I said, I'm probably going to do practice runs of games in the future before I just start recording. I know there's definitely a mushroom in here. Get some coins for one last bonus round after this level. So the trick here, and again it's kind of something that took me a while to figure out back when I was a kid, is that it kind of looks like you reach a dead end when you get up to that little house there. What you need to do, obviously, as you can see, is ride the albatrosses back, all the way back to the left. You know, past the starting point. You have to do a little bit of jumping here. Some obstacles are going to come and try and knock you off. And from here, looks like yet another dead end until you pull up yet another rocket ship, which, you know, almost explodes with you in it. Yeah, more of these guys, the snippets. I really, yeah, that's why I don't care for them right there. I really don't. This little area is kind of tricky. You got to go back and forth across the clouds with the Shy Guys kind of going along with you. Of course, there's a star there, but it's not going to do me any good because I'm not going to get it. No. Oh well. Sometimes, yeah. It's a little bit of a... Should we take out the snippet with this? See, that's where I doubt myself and I go against my better judgment. I should have taken off the snippet with that Shy Guy that I had in my hands. Let's try this again. If you do notice, I guess one thing I should notice that if you notice that the amount of my extra lives aren't kind of matching up with the previous video, that would be because I failed. I actually lost all my lives. I got a game over. You are allowed 2 continues in this game, so if you do get a game over, you are allowed 2 continues. Regardless of where you are within a world, it'll start you back at the first level of that world. Yeah, I'm glad to be past that part, good lord. I'm like all like, oh good lord, like this is a difficult game or something, you know. Interesting here is that the spark is trapped by these blocks, but in order to proceed, you're going to have to let it out by picking up one of the blocks. Just make sure you use it pretty quick. Oh, heart, thank God. There we go. You know, Luigi might come in handy in this level, honestly. With his jumping, he might be able to hop up on these ladders more easily. Oh, let me guess what we got in here. I think it's going to be Birdo. Oh, it sure is. Same deal as before. He's just going to shoot fireballs, no eggs. And we've got to use the mushroom block to take him out. And there you go. Last bonus round. See if we can't get more than, there we go. I'd like to go into the last level with more than just 1 life. That'd be great. That's more like it. Alright, this is it, the final level. There are a couple paths that you can take inside this last castle. The thing about these games, which is funny, is that as much time has gone by since I originally played them, especially as a kid, obviously, a good, 20 plus years has gone by, and yet there's that part of you that doesn't forget, where it's almost like your fingers are just programmed, or that part of your mind that's in sync with your hands as you're playing a video game that kind of takes over. So I know that there's multiple paths through this castle, but there's one way that I've always gone. It's the same way I've always gone every time I play the game, and that will definitely be the path that I'm going to take this time. Pretty straightforward area here as you're going down with the mushroom blocks. Just keep taking out the sparks as you go, just so they don't follow you down and accumulate. There's definitely going to be at least one mushroom I know of that I can pick up, boost up my health a little bit. Oh, and that'll help too. There we go. Now, a lot of ducking in this area to avoid the sparks. Oh. Anyway, there's the mushroom that's in here, so I forgot about him though. Alright, we should be all set going into the final battle. The boss of this world, the final boss of the entire game, is a giant frog named Wart. Apparently he's the one behind this invasion of Subcon. Yeah, this final castle is not that difficult, really, if you have patience, which I know that I lack a lot of the time, but just kind of take it slow. Oh, and I do remember that the star here really doesn't do you any good at all, because by the time you even get to the top of this chain, it's going to be gone. No, I always hate this spark right here. Yep. He usually manages to hit me. Oh yes, climbing upward while I'm conveyor belts. Gotta love it. Still not that difficult. You just take your time. Whoa, whoops, that's not good. There we go. Yeah, and just when you thought you'd seen the last of Birdo, here we are again. He's just hanging out here, in your way, blocking your path. Same old song and dance with him, though. There you go. Believe it or not, we will have to deal with him one more time again. There's just no escape from Birdo. A locked door, obviously, you know what that means. You're going to need a key. And guess who's got the key? Yeah, it's Birdo. Again. Bless you, Oscar. My cat just sneezed. I don't know what's up with that. Oh, I should have gone back to grab that heart. Thankfully, you don't have far to go with the key before Phanto comes after you. This is kind of an interesting twist here. Unexpected. The eagle door that you've been going through at the end of every single level comes alive now and actually becomes an enemy that you have to battle. But no big deal, just throw the blocks at him 3 times. And finally, here we are at Wart. Basically, oh jeez, we're not off to a good start. What's going to happen here is the vegetables are going to pop out of these like pipes in the middle of the room. What you need to do is throw them into Wart's mouth and choke him out with them, basically. But it's kind of a little bit of tricky timing. You got to wait till he opens his mouth, or just before, a split second before he opens his mouth is when you're going to want to throw the vegetable. If I'm not mistaken, you have to do it 7 times. Yeah, wow, and I failed. Alright, no more playing around this time. Obviously he's just shooting bubbles at you the whole time too, or whatever you want to call these things he's spitting out. It's like he's burping, I guess. And it's like his gas coming out at you. You know, not that I'm really big on like potty humor and that kind of thing, but sometimes you gotta call things for what they are, you know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 7 vegetables you have to throw in his mouth, and basically he chokes on them and dies. So it's kind of a little morbid, but you know, I guess when you're dealing with a villain, they kind of, you know, get what they deserve. Like I said before, not that the villains in this game are overly threatening. Should be able to do this without too much more failure. I've been talking, I've lost count already of, well, that could be it already. Yep. And there you have it, folks, game over. And Mario comes here. All the captured residents of Subcon that have been held captive are now free, and everyone's happy and all is well, basically. This screen, basically what it does is it shows you, you know, how many times you used each of the 4 characters. You know, Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Princess. Obviously I used Mario the most, and Toad the least. I like how the Subcon residents carry Wart off screen and then just beat the crap out of him. But here comes the biggest cliche of all, folks. Yep, it was just a dream. Yeah, Mario dreamed the whole thing. Which I guess in a way I can accept that this time, you know, the whole thing being a dream, because, you know, like I said, this is kind of the oddball game in the Mario series, and for the whole thing to be a dream kind of makes sense. You know, the events of this game being a dream kind of makes sense to me, really, because they just don't fit into the rest of the Mario series. And the cast of characters scrolls by. I guess I'm finally going to get to see on here if I was right about calling those enemies snippets. Yes, I was. There they are. Okay, I'm not going out of my mind. Great. One thing that they do in here, I know, is that they flip the names of Birdo and Astro. We'll get to that in a second here. You'll also see what I was talking about in the one episode about Claw Grip's name being spelled wrong. I guess what I will do is take this time to thank everybody, as always. Anybody who watches this, I do appreciate it. I hope you got something out of it. Yeah, there's Birdo and Astro was their names being flipped. But thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. And there's more to come. As always, I'm having a good time doing this. And there's Claw Grip. Gotta love it. And the last one that's going to pop up here is Wart, who will come alive and kind of chuckle at us. And that's it, in the end. Alright, gang, everybody, thanks for watching. Take it easy, have a good day, all that jazz. You know the drill by now. Peace, and I will see you during the next game, alright?